Hey guys, welcome to Yaya's Spoon. Today I'm going to be making a sticky chicken recipe. Yes, that's right. There's a secret ingredient that makes it sticky, but the flavors are a combination of sweet, tangy, sour, and spicy. And I think you'll love it, especially if you're a chicken lover like I am. It reminds me a little bit of a stir-fried Chinese food. So stick around and let's get to cooking. With the sauce, we're going to combine the water, and all of these ingredients are listed below in the description, guys. So we've got our water. We're going to add cornstarch now. And this is going to help thicken the sauce. So I'm just going to stir that up. Next, we're going to add the ketchup. I was kind of surprised that it calls for ketchup, but it's wonderful. It is so wonderful. So here's the sticky part. Honey. Just going to add that honey in there. Soy sauce. Stir that in. The next ingredient is the chili garlic sauce. You can get this at just about any store. But I will tell you, if you're not a fan of a lot of spice, you probably want to add half of what the recipe calls for. So just keep that in mind. If you love spice, then just use the exact amount in the recipe, or you can even add more. Up to you. And then the final thing to add to our sauce is minced garlic cloves. There are 4 of these in here, so it's going to have that wonderful garlicky taste. So here's our sauce. It's nice and it's thickening. So we're going to let this sit while we work on cooking the chicken next. I'm just going to put that aside for now. Okay, I've got my oil already heated, a couple of tablespoons. I'm using avocado oil. You can use avocado oil or whatever oil you'd like to use. Something that can tolerate a little high heat for sure. So I'm going to be adding the chicken. Now I'm adding half the batch.
We're adding the chicken in 2 batches to avoid overcrowding it so it can brown on all sides nicely. I'm using chicken thighs that have been rinsed, patted dry, and cut into roughly 1-inch slices.
I'm going to add a little salt and pepper.
Browning the chicken will take about 5 to 7 minutes. We're not cooking the chicken all the way through just yet. We're just browning it in 2 batches. We'll then add the sauce and allow the chicken to simmer and finish cooking in the sauce. That's been browning for about 5 to 6 minutes. The first batch is done, so we'll remove it and set it aside for now. Using a slotted spoon will prevent removing the oil also. You can add a little more oil if needed. Now we add the second batch to brown. Again, we're going to brown this for about 5 to 7 minutes. Season the second batch with salt and pepper as well.
When you're browning your chicken, in order to avoid it from sticking, just let it sit there. I was a little impatient, as you can tell, but that's okay. It's not a deal breaker. Looking good. Okay, so this batch of chicken is browned, so I'm going to add the first batch back. Combine those. I'm going to add some red bell pepper. This is optional. That bell pepper just adds another layer of flavor. Might throw just a tiny bit more salt. Pepper. And make sure it's nice and seasoned. I'm going to add just a tiny bit of ground ginger. At this point, we're going to add our sauce, our reserve sauce that we made initially. We're going to add that here. Make sure we get all of it, because this is some good stuff. Once we combine this, we'll lower the heat and let it simmer. Already looks beautiful and it smells wonderful. I'm going to lower the heat, cover this, and let it simmer for about 5 minutes. All right, here we go, guys. Look at this. Look how pretty it is. And I'm going to top it off with some roasted sesame seeds, just very little, very little. Less is more with sesame seeds, I hear. It's good advice. And then I love cilantro, but if you don't like it, then you just leave it out, but I love the flavor. So I'm gonna add that there. Look how pretty that is, guys. It smells so wonderful. Okay, so I've got to taste it for you guys, right? So I'm going to serve me some. I'm serving it with just some plain white rice and some steamed broccoli. I'm going to taste this for you. It smells wonderful. It's great with the rice and broccoli, but you can have it with anything, whatever you have handy. Oh, one more thing. I'm gonna try some of this Japanese mayo. I think they call it QP. Let me know in the comments if that's right, and if you've tried it before, and if you like it. But I think I'm gonna add just a little bit there. Drizzle a little bit over everything. Everything's better with mayo, right? I swear, it tastes like I just ordered Chinese food from a restaurant. That's impressive. Guys, you're gonna love this. Please try this recipe. It's easy. Remember, you make the sauce, you reserve it, and then you brown your chicken, and then you combine it and you let it simmer. All of this actually took about less than 30 minutes. But of course, that's not the prep time. So you want to add your prep time to chop what you need to chop, and the chicken, especially in bite-sized pieces. But it's wonderful. So let me know what you think in the comments. Are you willing to try this? Ooh, I need some water. All right, everybody. If you like this and you'd like to see more content like this, give it a like. I appreciate that. And subscribe, because I'm going to bring you a lot more recipes. I've got a lot more recipes lined up. If you're a Sopranos fan, I've got more Sopranos recipes for you coming up. Like I always say, you've got this, and God bless. Are we still recording?
Delicious.